And to talk to us on the situation of the Super Eagles currently in Libya, we have with us News and Contact Director of Afrosport, DEJI OMOTOYINBO, to talk to us. DEJI, it's nice to have you with us.
Good to be here.
What do you make of, the fiasco happening currently with the Super Eagles in Libya?
Well, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I think in 2024, we should have gotten past this in African football. But I will lay the blame entirely at the doorstep of CAF. These things have been happening for a long time, and CAF has not handed down any punishment. So people feel they can do this and get away with it, and that's why it's continuing. CAF has not sanctioned anybody for this kind of behavior. I think it's only the RS Berkane, USM Algiers situation last year, and that one was a bit political because it had to do with the political difference of the countries, and when RS Berkane were not allowed in, USM Algiers forfeited the match. But at club side level, international level, I remember anybody going to Egypt, I think Ismail, when they won one of the times they won the CAF Champions League, and they didn't get the trophy on the pitch because of all this hostility. So hostile hosting is a thing in African football, and CAF has not stamped its authority on it, and that's why it continues to happen. But this is absolutely ridiculous.
Do you think the Super Eagles will be able to, continue with the game?
I honestly don't think the Super Eagles should play. That's my personal opinion, though. But I feel that some of the players are already saying they won't play. I honestly feel that at some point somebody has to stand up to these things. Because look at it, it's only a football game. What's the worst thing that will happen? They'll give Libya three goals and 3 points. In the Super Eagles team, you have a lot of multi-millionaire footballers. In a country like Libya, you're asking them to travel like 3.5 hours by road. In a country where the militias, it's risky. And I don't think those gentlemen should risk their lives for anything. From where they are now, they've kept them there for 12, 15 hours. Let them give them permission to fly back to Nigeria. Whatever CAF wants to decide, let's CAF decide. We're talking about safety of lives here. As far as I'm concerned, CAF might decide to give the 3 points to Libya, fine. But let somebody make a point. It's too risky what they're asking the guys to do. And if these guys are our children, our brothers, we will not want them to take this kind of risk. It's a bloody risk for them to have to travel like that. Beyond that, until somebody puts their foot down, just like I always talk about racism, until the whole football team walks out on the pitch in support of an abused racist teammate, it will continue. So as far as I'm concerned, I honestly, personal opinion, I don't know what the authorities are doing. Some of the players are already sending out tweets that they do not want to play, and they are not going to play. But I will support them in that. We shouldn't play that game. Let's see what CAF will do.
Just as you said, looking at what the captain has said,
exactly.
Saying that the players are not going to, obviously, and they've agreed to not playing, the match. And I agree with it, but sending that report to CAF, what do you expect the NFF in this situation to do?
It's very simple. Send a report to what happened. You arrived, your destination was changed, you arrived there, and they kept you at the airport for 12, 15 hours. No food, nothing. It's ridiculous. Some have been saying Nigeria did the same to them. It was a different situation. They tried to play smart when they came to Nigeria, and Nigeria does not have a history of hostile hosting. I've watched games in this country for over 30, 40 years. You cannot accuse Nigeria doing this kind of thing to anybody. We don't do it. We do not do hostile hosting. The North Africans are very, very notorious for doing it. And the whole Africa knows that. But until somebody steps on it and says enough is enough, it will continue to happen. The Super Eagles might just be the catalyst that will force change in this situation.
All right. Thank you so much, DEJI, for talking to us. Well,
my pleasure.
I hopefully hope that the CAF can do something about the situation.